For anyone who doesn't know me, my name is Yvette, also known as Sunshine of Sunshine Simmering Accessories. And today I am coming before you this evening. I'm coming before you to tell you why paparazzi. I know that seems like a different kind of thing for me to do, but there was a reason behind that. I feel like paparazzi has been a huge blessing to me in so many different ways that I did not understand was going to occur when I started this process, that I want to share some of that blessing with you. I also want to help anyone who might be thinking about doing something like this and is afraid to step out, right? So I'm going to tell you about my why. I believe that it was in October of 2008 when I started purchasing paparazzi. And during that time, I was sick. And it's not life-threatening illness that I deal with, but it's very aggravating. It can be somewhat debilitating. I have allergies. And I would like to tell you they're seasonal, but they are not seasonal. Hey Molly, come on in. I am just sharing my why. But I'd like to tell you that my allergies are seasonal, but they're not seasonal. They're all year long. And when they get me, I'll end up with an upper respiratory infection that ultimately results in me having breathing difficulties. Sometimes they're so bad that I can't leave my house. And this was one of those times where I'm on 2 or 3 different kinds of inhalers, breathing treatments, just doing all kinds of things to just be able to breathe and walk around my house. And so I started, I have a history of sinking into depression. And I started to sink into a depression because I was locked into my house. And so one night I was laying in bed and ran across paparazzi, and I started buying it. And I started buying it from this one lady, and she's become a really good friend of mine. But I started buying it from her, and I really liked her, right? I liked her personality. I think she reminded me of me somewhat. She looked just like my sister. But anyway, I was buying the paparazzi from her, and then I started buying it like a mad woman. And even though I had gone back to work and I kept telling myself, I'm going to stop buying this stuff, I kept buying this stuff. And it had gotten really bad. And I was buying gifts. I was buying Christmas gifts. I was buying birthday gifts. I was just having me a ball with this paparazzi stuff because it was $5 and it was nickel and lead free. And then there was there was a need that it filled in me. I had very little jewelry before paparazzi. I had my earrings because I couldn't go anywhere with earrings. Without earrings, I still couldn't. But I didn't have a whole variety of jewelry because of the nickel and lead allergy. You go into stores and they say, they'll say it's sensitive ear or hypoallergenic, but sometimes it still broke out because what it is I have a nickel and lead allergy, and it's really bad. It's bad. It's not just nickel and lead too, because I think like the stainless steel thing that's on the back of a watch will break me out. Whatever that is on the wired glasses that'll touch my face here, it'll break me out. And so I found paparazzi and I had been delivered, right? I'm like, I can buy all the jewelry I want. I can buy sets. and I was just buying this stuff like a mad woman. And then sometimes late October, I saw a piece that I wanted. I saw a piece that thank you for that, Molly. I saw a piece that I wanted to buy my niece for her birthday. Her birthday is Halloween, and I wanted to buy that piece. And the lady that I usually buy it from wasn't there. She didn't have that piece. And so I started stalking folks on Facebook, right? And I found Marissa, and I inboxed her, and I sent her a picture of the piece that I wanted. And she said, sure, it's on my website. Y'all know Marissa. Y'all know how she rolls. And so, so I got that piece from her, and then I started exploring her website, and she had all kinds of goodies on her website, and man, I was excited. And so before you know it, I'm watching both Marissa and my other friend equally, and shopping mainly for my other friend, but doing some supporting of Marissa. And somewhere in December, I knew I had to do something different. I needed to sell this stuff, because if I did not do it, I was going to be paying paparazzi and not my mortgage at this point. And so I needed to do something. So I made a decision I was going to sell, but it became a question of who I was going to sell under. and because I felt some loyalty to the first girl that I purchased from. But in December, I believe it was sometime in December, maybe December the 31st, Marissa did a video about her journey, and I knew that I was going to sign under her, and so I signed under Marissa. Now, I wanted to talk to you, give you a little bit of backstory. So, but my why then, hey, Quadralyn, my why then was, my why at that point was that I needed some extra money because I really want to buy a house. I'm in a condo, and I want to get out of here. I want to move back to Illinois. I'm currently in Missouri, but I needed some money. And so I decided to sell Paparazzi to get some extra income, and that was what my why was. When I talked to Marissa, that's what I told her, that I wanted to save some money for a house. She said, that's great. And so I decided to do that, right? But there was a lot of other things going on in the background that I kind of want to share with you guys, right? And one of the things that was going on in the background was that I had suffered a tremendous loss at the end of the year. Several, right? I believe it was in October, between October, November, December, I lost 4 significant people in my life. 2 very good friends and 2 aunts, one on my father's side and one on my mother's side. And 2 of those deaths devastated me. And so I had to I was dealing with grief, which made it easier to shop, right? Because you have to do something with your feelings. So I was shopping because I was depressed. And then my job, which I've talked to you some about it, but I need you to understand a little bit more about it so you can understand my why. I am a trauma therapist, and so you got a lot of therapists out there, but you have specific therapists, and I'm a trauma therapist. I have been a general therapist. I've done all kinds of work. I've got over 24 years of experience at this point, and so 23 years of experience at this point. And so I've run the gauntlet in my career, right? But I landed on trauma about 6 years ago. 6 years ago, I started specializing in trauma, and it was the hardest work. It is the hardest work that I've done because it's all trauma all the time. And one of the things is I'm listening to these babies talk to me, but they're not just talking to me about anything. They're telling their stories to me, right? And I have to be present with them. And so a lot of times if they've been raped, if they've been beaten, if they've been burned, I'm hearing about this. This is a part of my job to hear this. And some cases are particularly dysregulating to me, and it's usually sexual abuse cases. And at that time in December, I had 3 girls on my caseload who had the same kind of story and was acting out behaviorally to the point where I thought that they were in danger and they might be killed, or I might get a phone call and say that one of them was dead, either by their own hands or somebody else, because they were putting themselves in very dangerous situations. And so I have all of this going on in December. I just need you to understand all of this was going on with me in December. And I could feel depression creeping up on me because I know what it felt like. And I don't want ever want depression to find me again. And so I started to cry out to God. Because I believe that the job that I'm in, thank you, Molly, but I truly believe that the job I do, I'm called to do. And so if I'm not feeling like I'm feeling right about it, it's because I'm not carrying it correctly. Because I know that I'm equipped to do the work that I do. I have no doubt in my mind. And so I started crying out to God and, what to do. And he said to me, you need to take a Shabbat. And Shabbat means rest, right? And so I decided to take the last 2 weeks of the year off and just concentrate on me and God. And it was during those 2 weeks that I made the decision about Paparazzi. But I was also very honest with the Lord about what I was feeling. One of my friend that died, I was literally just thinking about him before I did this video. He passed away from cancer. He was such a wonderful man. And but here's the thing. This man rocked that friendship. He was just the best friend. He was always there for me. And there's days even now where I go, Lord, how am I supposed to keep going and not be able to talk to him, right? But anyway, so I was dealing with all that, and I was honest with God about it. I was mad about the death of my friend. I was mad about my aunt's death, both of them, and I was saddened by my other friend's death. It wasn't mad as much as I was just really sad because her family did not deal with her death really well. And so I had all of this going on. Hey, Carolyn. And I had all of this going on, and I was just really, really in a bad spot. And I decided that I was going to listen to the Lord, and I heard him say to me that I should sign under Marissa, and that's what I did. I think it was New Year's Eve. It was New Year's Eve when I called her and told her, or when I notified her and told her that I wanted to sign under her, and she said, "Can I call you?" And we got on the phone, and she started talking all to me. She started talking to me about everything that was involved. I told her what my goals were, and the next day I signed up for Paparazzi. But also in December, one of the things that I was telling the Lord, and this is the part that's really important, is that I wanted my ministry back, right? And again, I feel like my job is a ministry. I feel like I'm called to that. But I had another ministry that it was called Pen of the Ready Writer. And what I used to do is I would write a letter, sit down every month, and I would write a letter, and that letter went all over the United States, some parts to Europe, some parts in Europe, and it was just a letter of encouragement. It was whatever the Lord put on my heart, and I said and I wrote that letter, and I wanted my ministry back. And I said, and I told the Lord I wanted it back, and he let me know that I would get it back. He didn't tell me what it would look like, but he told me I would get it back. And so I was excited to go into January. I got a new business. I let go a lot of I learned to deal with the grief that I was experiencing. And I was ready to embrace 2019. And so I was really excited. January the 1st, Sunshine Simmering Accessories was born, right? In my ministry, I didn't know what was going to happen. I had no idea. But one day, I was getting dressed for work, and the Lord said, "You need to go live and tell them about the jewelry you're wearing." And I was like, "Lord, what?" He said, "Go live." And so I went live. And I'm going to stop saying the Lord. I'm going to correct myself. I felt the Spirit of God saying these things to me. And so I did. I got dressed, put my makeup on, and put my jewelry on, and went live and just told people about the jewelry that I was wearing. I told them how that jewelry made me feel and why I had decided that I was going to sell the jewelry, because it made me feel good, right? And that was the rebirth of my ministry. My ministry, being Pen of the Ready Writer, has now become a video ministry where I do, and you guys know it, I do words of encouragement twice a week as a part of Sunshine Shimmering Accessories. I had no idea what the Lord was going to do, but it feels exactly like Pen of the Ready Writer. I get to reach more people this way, which is why I'm always asking you guys to spread the sunshine. Just spread the sunshine so that I can reach more people. Because when I asked the Lord years and years ago, when I asked the Lord what my purpose was, I heard the Spirit of the Lord saying to me, "You were created to be an encouragement," right? And I do it naturally. I'm a natural cheerleader. I don't know who's in the room, but if you've ever had any interaction with me, you understand that I just do this naturally. This is not something I try really hard at. If you're having a bad day and you call me, I'm going to try to make that thing better, right? I don't know how to not do that. And so now I've got this business, right, that has this ministry attached to it, where I get to encourage the people over and over and over again, and it makes me happy. But in the process of this, my why changed. So if you remember earlier in the video, I was telling you that my why was that I wanted to buy a house. And I still want to buy a house. That has not changed. But my why has, I guess the word is evolved, right? I joined this group of women, the Diamond Dolls, and these women are fierce, right? They are absolute beasts. They are climbing the ranks of paparazzi unlike anything you ever seen. It was a very small group. It was under 100, I believe, when I started. I think it's quite a bit more because we've done quite a bit of recruiting since then. But it was like, and all I wanted was to buy a house. I didn't care about making life at a party. I didn't care about being elite. I didn't care. I really didn't care to rise through the ranks of paparazzi. That just wasn't a desire of mine, because I figured that I was doing the job that I was supposed to be doing. I was doing my creative purpose. And so why would I want to rise through the ranks? I just need to sell a little jewelry so I can make a little money. But I was going to put my all into selling it. I just didn't have the goal of taking over the world. I guess that's what I'm going to say. I just didn't. But as I've worked with this group of women, y'all, my goals have changed. And my why has changed. So I went from my why being I want to buy a house to my why being I want to reach the masses with a word of encouragement. and I want to reach the masses and help them to feel better. And if I can make you feel better by giving you a $5 piece of jewelry, that blows my mind, right? But I want to go back a little bit, because during December, when my caseload was really, really hard, and I'm having a hard time dealing with these young women that are on my caseload, I also thought, I can't do this job much longer. And that was the first time in 6 years that I thought that I thought that I can't do this job much longer. And so now, hey Sophia, and so now my why has become that I want to make people feel good, and I want to make them feel good with a word of encouragement and with a $5 piece of jewelry. And I want to do it. I can't tell you that I want to sell Paparazzi full-time and leave my job, but I can tell you that because of Paparazzi, I can see it happening. I can see the Lord using my gifts in different ways now. I don't necessarily have to continue in direct service. I can train other people to do my job, and I can give a word of encouragement in other platforms, and I've got so many gifts and talents and abilities in me, and Paparazzi has freed me. And so what happened when I really started concentrating on this business, the heaviness that I was feeling for my job somehow disappeared. Selling this jewelry, sorting it out, receiving those packages every other day where I'm ordering jewelry, healed my soul. I am not kidding you. People, even to this day, people will say, "You just seem so happy now." And people that know me will say, you know, selling this jewelry has been a really good thing for you. And it really has. I feel like I can go to work now. In December, I didn't want to go to work. But now I feel like I can go to work and I can concentrate on work for a little bit when I'm there, and then get excited about going home, because when I get home, I get to work this business. My why has now become that I want to move higher, not higher, I want to move closer to what the Lord has for me. That is now my why. Yes, I want to buy a house. Now I have some desire to rise through the ranks of Paparazzi, right? But my why, oh no. My why is now I want to walk in purpose and do those things that the Lord has called me to do. And I believe with everything in me that Paparazzi is paving a way for me to do that. Baby, y'all don't know me. I got gifts, talents, and abilities that people don't know nothing about. I am a storyteller, right? I have books that I've already written and books that have yet to be written, and simply don't have the time to do it. And Paparazzi is paving a way for me to do those things, right? Because it's going to give me a level of independence that I didn't have while I'm working for paycheck to paycheck. And please don't misunderstand me. I'm completely grateful for my job. And for the record, I still love my job. I still love my children. I still love the work that I do. But I recognize that it's going to wear me out. And Paparazzi is giving me a future where I can continue to work as an exhorter and have some income. So that's my why. Again, I know I said a whole lot. I could talk forever, you guys. I have more and more to say. I will give you time if you have any questions or comments for me to go ahead and put that in there. But I'm gonna say this to you, to those people out here who may not even be in the room with me right now, but you'll see this later on your timeline. If you have a desire, truly have a desire to be independent, I'm gonna say that one, I didn't realize this, but running your own company is the ultimate independence, right? So if you really have a desire to be independent, tap into whatever your gifts, talents, and abilities and make them marketable for you, right? For me, Paparazzi is working because I'm a dramatic kind of chick, right? And what that means is I like big earrings and I like big hair and I like makeup, and so selling jewelry is right up my alley, right? And so this has allowed me, again, a freedom to do that. But maybe your gifts, talents, and abilities don't lie there. But I'm going to say to you that if you have a desire to reach out, to be independent, don't be afraid. Reach out there and do it. And if you're watching this video and you want to sell Paparazzi, inbox me. I will be happy to walk you through the process, and I will be as honest as possible with you. And again, if you sign up under me, you sign up and you get the Diamond Dolls. You get us all. It's not, once you're a Diamond Doll, you are a Diamond Doll, irregardless of which doll you signed under. And so you're going to be a Diamond Doll. And once you got this group of women are phenomenal. They will not let you fail. They absolutely will not let you fail. They you know, again, we got contests running this month. I haven't got a chance to open it, but I received my prize from the contest I won last month in the mail today. I just love this. And then even this video that I'm doing right now is because my upline challenged us to do it, to get out there and tell people our why. And so I'm out here and I'm telling you my why. And this thing has been a blessing to me. I'm at a loss for words. I don't feel depressed anymore. I don't even feel depression knocking at my door. My anxiety has decreased since I started doing this. I can go to work, and I can do my work, and I can sell a little bling in the process. I love it when I hear stories from people who reach out to me because they saw one of my videos. And they say, you know, that word really, really touched me, and I really need to hear that. And that just blesses my soul. I love it when one of the dolls reach out to me and they say, you know what, I've been thinking about this, and I can give them a word of encouragement. And I love it when I can reach out to one of them and they can encourage me. And they are awesome encouragers. So I just want to, you know, put that out there. I want you to tell you my why. My story is not clean cut, but it's also not really dirty either. It's just what it is. I am a person who has struggled with depression and anxiety, and I am a therapist. I'm a rock star therapist. I'm really a very good therapist. That is not me being arrogant, because I love my work and I have a passion for it. But now what I am an independent consultant, and I own my own business that's called Sunshine Shimmering Accessories, and I sell $5 bling, and it enables me to help people to feel better. And I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. And so thank you guys who are in the room with me. If you didn't speak, say hello to me so I can know who's in the room. And thank you, Marissa, for being so genuine and so honest and so upfront. And thank you, Michael, because I know that Marissa is who she is because you help her be that, right? And thank you to the Diamond Dolls. You guys are rock stars. I say it all the time. All right, I'll type hashtag Diamond Dolls Rock. I really truly believe that. We are absolute rock stars. And so I just want, again, this is my why. And I just wanted to thank you. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, so any of my YouTube followers will get a chance to see my why as well. Again, please contact me if you want to sell this stuff. My telephone number is on my business page. You can always inbox me via Facebook. But please, if you feel a need to, contact me. If you want to hear more, if you just want more information, if you're not sure that you want to do this, just contact me. No pressure. I will answer your questions. Praise God. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening to me. Again, I go live on the weekend, so I will see you guys then, but I'll come before you Wednesday with another word of encouragement. And maybe you will see a couple of training videos too as well. I'm thinking about doing a few of them. Specifically, it's on my heart to do one about shipping through PayPal. I just think that I didn't understand it. It didn't come as easy to me as it do to some, and so maybe doing a training video on how to ship through PayPal will help other people, not just people in Paparazzi, but just people in general. So I'm thinking about doing that training video. And so, but you'll always see me doing a word of encouragement. Guys, thank you so much for joining me this evening. You have blessed me being in my presence. And please, please, please remember that Sunshine loves you. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.